Hello, little friends. I'm so glad to be with you again. Last class, we learned about home and its environment, which was so interesting. Our topic for today, simple garment maintenance, will be super interesting. Get your pen and notebook to put down some important points. I will kick off with the objective. We're starting with the introduction to the topic, and you are going to learn how to take care of your clothes, ways to care for clothes. You are going to be able to state the reason or the importance of clothing, ways to maintain garments, and finally, how to remove simple stain. Do you agree with me that today's topic is loaded, very educative and fun? Let's begin. Maintenance. Maintenance is the action of retaining or to fix or to restore an item in a state in which it can perform its required function. Now we are looking at garment maintenance, which means ways to care for your clothes properly to make it last longer. So we are going to look at the way you are going to make your clothes last longer, what you are going to do, the method you are going to do. Why is it so important for you to maintain your clothes? How to care or how to take care of my clothes. How are you going to take care of your clothes? Now, the first thing you are going to do is that nothing lasts forever, but most things can last longer if you take care of them. That is, we are not, nothing in this world is forever, but if you're able to care for that thing properly, you can make it to last longer. Clothes are not exception. Taking care of your clothes will make you look better, help them last longer, and save you a lot of money when comparing to buying new ones. Don't allow your parents to spend unnecessary time and money buying new clothes when taking care of your old one will do. Proper methods of cleaning, drying, and storing your clothes will both extend the life and make them look better. Also, when you come back from school or church, do not throw your uniform or church wear away under the bed or under the chair or just leave them hanging anywhere. Instead, hang them under the sun to dry. This will help to prevent disease causing germ like eczema, ringworm from growing on it. So we need to take care of your clothes properly. Make sure you allow your clothes to dry, you store it, fold it, put it neatly in your wardrobe. You ask me, what ways, method to care for my clothes? And I give you the answer. Ways to care for clothes. One, don't leave clothes too dirty before washing. That is, you don't wear your school boxer for a whole week before you think of washing it. So you can wash it every day or 2 days. Number two, when washing, do not use strong stain remover for it will damage the clothes. So what you have to do is to use a good soap and a clean water to soak the clothes before washing. Number three, do not use hot water or too much soap for colored clothes. It does not help it. Number four, don't use starch on clothes that you are going to store for a long time. Number five, rinse clothes properly, hang or spread to dry. Make sure you rinse it with enough water and then you can hang it and then you spread it to dry. Number six, iron with a pressing iron or fold neatly into If you have a box, you have a drawer, you have a wardrobe, you fold them into it. Mend torn clothes as soon as possible. When you notice that you have a hole, you have a small tears in your clothes, please, you have to mend them immediately, which we are still going to look at how we are going to mend torn clothes. What is the importance of clothing maintenance? What is the importance? What's the reason for me to maintain my clothes? Why? Why must I? Now, reason number one, clothes last longer when they are properly maintained. That is number one reason. If you maintain it, your clothes, you will enjoy it. Number two, it makes clothes to look better and attractive when properly maintained. Number three, proper maintenance of clothes help to save cost. You don't need to be buying clothes every time. So by the time you take care of your clothes, you can have it for as long as you can. Number four, proper maintenance of clothes help to prevent skin disease and other things like eczema, ringworm, rashes. You don't want to have rashes on your body. That's why at times when your clothes is so dirty, you sweat. It can cause rashes. So for you to prevent that, please, you have to maintain your clothes. Number five, proper maintenance of clothes prevents bad odor. Of course, if you don't wash your clothes for a long time, you know it will be smelling. Definitely your body will also be smelling. Having talked about the reasons or the importance of maintaining clothes, what are ways to maintain our garments? Now let's look at them. Garment maintenance involve the following. One, mending. That is patching, lost or worn fastening. That is a button. Number two, laundry. So we are going to look at this one by one. Let's start with mending. Mending means things to be repaired by sewing or darning or patching. Like they used to say, a stitch in time saves nine. What does this mean? It means that clothes should be mended as soon as it becomes necessary so they do not get more damage and difficult to mend. The clothes will last longer if well maintained. You have a small hole, it's better for you to stitch it immediately. Don't leave it long. By the time you leave it, you know that it will be getting bigger and bigger. So clothes will last longer if well maintained. Simple steps to take to mend a straight tears. Like I said earlier, we are going to look at how to sew a straight, that is a simple tears that you have on your clothes. As you can see from the picture, you hold the torn part from the wrong side, tack not far from the edge. Start with a back stitch on the area not torn. Working from the right to left, sew permanently with running stitches. Take off beyond the torn area with a back stitch. Let's look at patching. Patching is the process of replacing a torn part of cloth with another piece of cloth. I'm sure you have heard the word patch. Now, when we are talking of patching, you have to get another cloth that look like the one you want to patch. You add it together. Unlike a mending that you just take needle and thread, that you use it from the back stitches to do it. Patching, you are going to add another piece of clothes. That is what we call patching. Now, how do we do patching? One, use a matching thread to do patching. Two, the piece of clothes to be used for patching must be like material of the article to be patched. That's what I said earlier on. So if you want to get a material, you make sure that they resemble. You can look from them, look at the pictures there. So the material that you want to use and the thread that you are going to use must be like to that particular article. Number three, the patch must be neat and strong. The patch must cover the hole and a little area around the hole to be patched. Lost or worn fastening. That's we are talking of replacing a lost button or bad zip. You can see it from the picture. So you want to, if you have a bad a zip, you have to replace it. If you have a lost button, is it easy something for you to replace your button? You have to do it immediately. Now mend a lost button hole by stitching over the button hole using buttonhole stitch. We have a buttonhole stitch there that will help you to stitch over the buttonhole. Also, let's look at laundry. Now, what do we mean by laundry? Laundry is a process of washing, drying, ironing, airing, folding, and storing clothes. When you come across a question that asks you, what is laundry? Don't just say laundry is a process of washing. It compresses all these things. So the first thing is watching is part of laundry, drying is part of laundry, ironing is part of laundry, airing, that is you take it outside to spread, is part of laundry, folding and storing clothes. So you can see from the picture there the process of laundry. What to do before washing clothes? What am I to do? I want to wash my clothes. How am I going to about it? The first thing you should do before washing your clothes is to sort them out. That is, you separate and arrange them into group. That is the white, the pastel, the light grey, and the white background print will go in one pile. Number two, deep colored clothes, black, red, navy, brown, dark grey can go in another pile. Every soil cloth should be washed separately. So you see the picture. You must also remove stain, which generally cannot possible removed. That is when you are doing general washing. You cannot just pack the clothes that have stain together with general washing because it will not remove. So you have to what? Sort them out or you remove the stain. Number three, in washing clothes, you must consider the types of material in choosing your soap, other washing agents, the process or the equipment to be used. What we are saying here is that your material, the soap that you are going to use will depend on it and other washing agents. Note, some clothes can be dry under direct sunlight while others are better under a shade. So you can dry some clothes outside, they need sun, some they need it can be under shade. Ironing. How? What? Ways? Is there anything I must do? Yes. A clothes iron is a device that when heated is used to press clothes to remove or seize help to prevent the spread of infection. What we are saying that by the time you iron your clothes, it also helps to remove some disease. Now, in ironing clothes, you must consider the marking on the iron, which indicate the hotness of the iron. You will see there is a marking there. Different material require different degree of hotness in ironing. You can see hot, low, high. So it depends on the material that you are ironing. So we have different material that require different degree of hotness. After ironing, clothes need to be aired before storing. Now we want to look at how to remove simple stain. How to remove a simple stain. Number one stain we are looking at is blood stain. How do you remove blood stain? You soak the stain in a cold water as quick as possible. If the stain is super fresh, place it under cold running water to flush out as much of the blood as possible. Once you have a blood stain, just wash it immediately. Number two, Fresh ink stain. Fresh ink stain starts by blotting up as much ink as you can with a white towel. You just use it to be blotting it out. If you add quickly, the ink will not have time to settle into the items of clothing. So keep moving the paper towel around so that a piece is touching it. After that, you can now pour vinegar or lime juice over the stain. Wash thoroughly. Oil stain. Oil stain. All you need to do is to soak and wash with a good detergent in a warm water. If the stain does not go away, you can add a little kerosene over the stain and wash it again. Biro ink stain. Most of you have your uniform stained with biro. So the first thing you have to do is to get a clean white material. You soak the methylated spirits and then you put it onto the ink. Number two, allow a couple of minutes for the alcohol to penetrate the surface and react with the ink. Number three, wash thoroughly with a good detergent in water. Now we have come to the end of simple garments maintenance, and we've talked about how to care for our clothes, ways to care for our clothes, the reason for clothing, and we look at a simple stain and how to remove them. I want you to know that our clothes are too much a part of us. For most of us ever to be entirely indifferent to the condition, it is as though the fabric were indeed a natural extension of the body or even the soul. Remember, clothing is the first step to build a character. I ask you, what are you building? Take care of yourself. Stay